Hey everybody, it's Jamie from the Deer Run Library, and today I'm really excited to teach you how to make some peanut butter brownies. These are super thick and tasty, and you can add peanut butter chocolate chips in them and make them gooey. It's one of my favorite things right now. So let's go ahead and get started. In this bowl, you're going to want 1 cup of peanut butter, 11 tablespoons of softened butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 1/3 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla to start off with. You'll want 4 eggs, and in that last bowl you have 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So what I'm going to do is just start off by mixing this first bowl's ingredients all together until they are creamy. Alright, and now that that looks pretty much creamy and all incorporated together, I'm gonna stop mixing and start adding in my eggs 2 at a time so that it is not too much going in the bowl at once, because this batter does get really thick really fast. So I just added 2 eggs, and I'm gonna add those in, and then I'm gonna go back in and add those last 2 eggs. Alright, so now that that is all incorporated together, that's what your batter should look like. Now I'm just going to take a fork to the flour, salt, and baking powder and mix those all together before I start adding them to the wet batter. So I'm just going to go through and keep mixing those all together. So now I'm going to start incorporating a little bit at a time that flour mixture into the wet batter. And by starting, I'm going to just fold that flour in because my bowl is getting really full and I didn't want it to go everywhere. But I do end up switching to a mixer just because it did go a little bit faster. Alright, and now I'm going to just keep adding that last bit of the flour mixture into the wet batter and mix that all together. You can see how thick it's really getting, which is how you want it to be. So once all of your ingredients are mixed together and are in a thick batter like this, I'm just gonna scrape down the sides and get all of the leftover ingredients that kind of are on the sides of the bowl and mix it together. And I'm gonna add it to my 9" by 9" or 8" by 8" pan that is very greased, or you can put parchment paper in the bottom of it and then grease it. This is a very sticky batter, so you want to make sure that you get all the corners and all of the sides before you put the batter in. So as I'm putting the batter in, I'm just gonna smooth it out a little bit so it's even, because this is a very thick batter and this is a deep pan, so I want to make sure that it cooks evenly. So now you're gonna pop this into your oven at 325 degrees for 45 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. This is your final product once it comes out of the oven. It's very thick and sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's one of my favorite desserts right now with some ice cream. You can check out more of our programs at mylibrary.org underneath the calendar tab, and we would love for you to check some of those out. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Stay safe and have a great night. Bye, everybody.